Hello, welcome to a brand new special episode of Black on Black Cinema. I'm your host, Jay. I'm here with my co-host, Micah.
Hello.
And Tiara.
Hi.
All right, guys. Breaking news. I feel like we should have like that news thing where the globe is circling and all that other shit. Chris Rock has been slapped by Will Smith at the Oscars. We're here to talk about it because it's the only thing people are talking about right now. So during the Oscars, Chris Rock told a joke that incidentally I found out he didn't write, which is weird. But he told a joke making fun of Jada Pinkett Smith about her having her hair very short. It says she could be ready for G.I. Jane 2, which is a movie that came out 25 years ago. And Will Smith laughed. Then I guess he looked over at his wife, realized she was very hurt. Comes to find out, Jada Pinkett Smith has alopecia, which I don't know that everyone was aware of. And he got up there and he smacked Chris Rock in the face, to which Chris Rock said, "Wow, Will Smith just slapped the shit out of me." And then he just walked back to his seat and yelled, "Keep my wife's name out of your fucking mouth," twice, I think. And then he won the Oscar for Best Actor, which I'm very proud of Will Smith for that, for King Richard. But I'm going to go to Tiara because this is about two black men fighting each other, which I know you probably enjoyed, as you hate black men. So we'll go to you first. What are your thoughts? Give us your hot takes, because there's plenty of them out there.
So many hot takes. I feel like my hot take is actually not that hot at all. I feel like it's very middle ground because I can get on my high horse and be like, violence is never the answer, and then tweet about how violence is the answer in any other scenario.
Right.
Nor am I going to be like, yeah, well, I would have done the same thing, because it's not that wasn't the time nor the place. Will Smith is one of the least controversial actors in Hollywood,
right?
Like black or white, right? So for him to do something like that for the first time, at least the first time I've ever seen him do something like this publicly, it made me wonder if there were other things that might have been going on with him. People have been making references to his book, and I've downloaded it and listened to the first few chapters of it. And in early the book, he talks a lot about growing up in an abusive household, feeling like the weakest member out of his siblings because he never felt like he could protect his mom or his siblings from his abusive dad, and how partly because of that, that's why he's made a conscious effort to not be like that. But he understands that kind of temper could live in him as well. So it's just interesting to kind of see him act out emotionally like that. And also having that happen on arguably the biggest night of his career. So, and it's a real shame that it did happen, because we're not even talking about that he won his Oscar for King Richard, his first Oscar. No one is really talking about that very much. We're talking about the slap. Do I think he should have done it? No. Do I get it? Yeah. Because I do think sometimes people say things that, you should probably get slapped over. And actually, the first person I'm actually thinking of is like Grandpa, how he got his ass kicked by his neighbor. Like that's an example. Yeah. But I don't think I would not want my husband to do that on a night like yesterday. I would rather him take that backstage.
Right.
And also, I've also seen people say things like, what is the line for a comedian to make fun of someone? Like you mentioned earlier, Chris Rock didn't even write that joke. But I would say for Jada, who has been talking about having alopecia recently, I wouldn't have made that joke.
Yeah.
Just
in fairness, like somebody from his camp said that he was not aware. Like I had never heard that either. I'm not Chris Rock, obviously, but I hadn't heard that she had alopecia. But their camp is saying, or his camp is saying, that he did not know that she had alopecia. That's not a justification or anything. I'm just saying, just to clarify for facts.
Yeah. Okay. And then there's like a larger argument to be made about making jokes about people's appearances in general. I did see this one weird take this morning, and I
so
started
many
to
of them.
screenshot it. Almost started to screenshot and send it to you guys, but I was like,
You should. I've been sending Micah shit all day.
I was like, nah, I'm gonna save this for the show later.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
It was someone saying, I feel like as a society, we've outgrown the need for comedians because everybody and their mama is funny anyway.
Yeah.
No, they're not.
That response was like, it's exactly
no, they're not. Like, no, they're not. All right, well, I've outgrown the need. I think everyone's outgrown the need for police because the police act fucking wildin', and we can just all protect ourselves. Like, nah, yo.
Yeah, what kind of logic is that?
Nah. I feel like we've outgrown the need for firefighters because we all have access to water. What the fuck?
Yeah, it was stuff like that. Yeah, I it's entertaining, and also I'm definitely not gonna be one of those people who's like, none of these jokes are funny. The jokes from last night were hilarious.
Nah, yeah, the memes were funny. A lot of these memes are funny.
And they've been carrying on today. Like I follow dad jokes on Instagram, and one of the jokes was like, there could be 100 people in a room and 99 people may not slap you, but one will. And it was
That's funny. That's a funny dad joke. That's a funny dad joke.
got me so good. I was just like, Will Smith is gonna be getting joked about this for a while. Same with Chris Rock. I saw someone turn them into WWE SmackDown characters. And you see Will Smith clotheslining Chris Rock and doing a stunner on him. I'm just like, people are really funny. But overall, I mean, no, he shouldn't have done it. Chris Rock shouldn't have said it. I'm sure that, they'll be fine. No, Will Smith doesn't deserve any other type of consequence. Like I've seen a bunch of white folks say, which is, I really don't care about white opinions on this personally.
0%. Yeah. I care 0%.
Like I saw Judd Apatow say like he could have killed him. I'm like,
yeah, you gotta relax, yo. You gotta relax. From a slap, yo. From a slap.
I saw this other woman, who is a woman of color, who made it about her. She's a non-black woman of color, but she made it about her being like, this just triggered me when my husband used to slap me. I'm like, wait, how we get here?
Your husband Will Smith?
Yes. I'm like.
Get it? It's that meme. It's the mirror meme, right? Like, get in there and make this about you. Derail this conversation and make it about you.
I feel like saying we do not have to make this about ourselves. It is okay to just look at this as 3 people who have an issue they need to work out. Yep. And I also want to add this part too. Like, I understand, like, there's the whole like, I would have done the same thing, but also like people like Will and Jada have probably been in plenty of situations before over their 3 to 4 decade long career where they've wanted to do something like that. And there's a reason why they haven't, because they're trained not to. So there's also that element of people who don't have that kind of pressure on them probably, that are like saying like, I would have done the same thing. I'm like, you would have gone up at an event that's a career defining moment.
No, you wouldn't have, yo.
And you're gonna turn into a spectacle because someone made a joke where it's a joke by someone by the way. This isn't like some rando on the street or whatever. This person. If you don't like it, that you could take it backstage. Why would you want to ruin a possibly historic moment for you just because you don't like what they said?
Yeah.
That's what I mean by saying my hot take is very, I feel like, middle of the road.
Nah, look, I'm going to tell you, your hot take is controversial, yo.
Your hot take is very, I'll have what she's having. Like, it is what it is. Like, I need people to stop making it about themselves and stop. 2, I need people to stop doing a bunch of hypotheticals. Well, what if Betty White was up there and made a joke like, I saw that shit.
Yeah, I said that to you.
Yo, what?
It could have killed Betty White. Yeah, Wilson could have gone up there.
Betty White.
Yeah, Wilson would have definitely gone out there and open hand slap Betty White across the face. What are you talking about?
Like, stop making weird hypotheticals, yo.
Michael, real quick. So also he name checked Richard Williams in his acceptance speech, and then Richard Williams put out a statement today. He didn't acknowledge that part, but he was like, violence is never the answer unless it's self-defense. I just thought it was interesting that when Will Smith gave his apology, he was like something about like protecting his family and then, you know, like Richard Williams. I'm like,
yeah,
okay.
because it's not like,
I was like, all right.
I mean, because Richard Williams got his ass beat in that movie protecting his kids. Like, he ain't fight back. Like, he didn't.
Yeah, those were gang members.
Yeah, he was like, I'm good.
Sorry, Mike, go ahead.
Sorry, Micah.
So I need people to stop making hypotheticals. I need people to stop, this ain't Team Iron Man, Team Cap, guys. Like, there are shades of gray. Like, there
Surely there isn't.
I mean, in the words of the great poet laureate Sean Carter, nobody wins when the family feuds. And I feel like this made everybody look bad. But at the same time, I understand every single perspective. I really do understand every single perspective. I love comedians. I think that there are very, very few things that are sacred cows that you just cannot make fun of. And I think that if you make a joke about something controversial or what have you, I think it needs to be crafted to a T. It needs to be the perfect joke, right? It really does. And if you can't do it, then just don't say it. I didn't know Chris Rock didn't write it. It makes a little more sense because that joke was mad hacky, right? Like,
yeah, like this movie's 25 years old. Like, who the fuck cares about G.I. Jane?
It's a hacky joke. Two, the movie reference is 25 years old.
Right.
Three, a better movie reference would be Black Panther and comparing her to like the Dora Milaje or some shit.
Yeah.
If you did that, nobody would say nothing.
Right, because if you were like, yo, yeah, she looks like one of those badass warriors from Black Panther, people are like, all right, like she's saying she's got short hair, but like they are kind of badass. Like it worked. That's a well-crafted joke. That makes sense.
Yeah. Also, it's a joke. It would be a joke that would be meant to be more empowering than I think the one.
Right. It's an uplifting joke, right? Like it's like, yo, you look fucking hard, yo. Like, like it's.
And she from Baltimore. She'd appreciate that.
Yeah, like ew, right? Like that'd have been her Dora Milaje war cry. Ew, right? but like at the same time, like I understand where all these comedians are coming from, right? Like, well, and not the whole we can't say anything, but the argument of, well, what if a comedian's on stage and this gives some rando carte blanche to walk up on stage if they say something they don't like, right? Like,
yeah.
Now, while I don't think that necessarily will happen, not at a black club, I get their point. At the same time, right? Like, nobody knows what's going on in the mind of Will Smith. Will Smith, for years, has been the butt of jokes, right? He has been at one point he was Mr. Respectability Politics, not in a sense like Bill Cosby was like that nigga's the king of respectability, right? Like
he didn't curse his songs. He doesn't curse in his songs.
Right. He doesn't curse in his songs because like his grandma told him not to. Right. And like you coming up as a rapper and you say that, people gonna clown you, yo.
And he talks about that in his book too, Micah. Like, I mean, he talks about when he started his rap career, how he got clowned a lot because he was known as the clean rapper growing up. Yeah.
Right. Like he made bubblegum rap and people clowned him. He tries to reinvent himself and people clown him. He makes modern rap and people clown him. Like
clown his kids too.
They
clown his kids.
Like people have been making fun of that dude for a very, very long time.
And his marriage.
I'm gonna tell you something, and his marriage, right? Like he obviously loves this woman. He obviously loves this woman, right? With all of his heart, right? And that whole like entanglement shit, right? Like however they do their marriages, however they do it. If it works for them, it works for them. I don't necessarily feel like they need to put everything out there, but like, hey, if it works for y'all, if that gets you off, right? Keep on doing it. But just know that people are gonna make fun of you. And when you put something out there, people are gonna make fun of you. It's just the nature of things, right? But like, there's only so much of that shit that somebody can take. The nicest person in the fucking world can have a falling down day, and it is. I mean, maybe that's a bad comparison because like that dude in Falling Down was like real fucked up. Like,
Yeah, that's not.
that's not the best comparison. But like, yo, I think this shit was just the straw that broke the camel's back, yo. Like, and Chris Rock just happened to be the recipient of it. And I think it is what it is right then and right there. There's no need to be like, well, would have Betty White said? What if Betty White said? No, that shit just really. All right, yo.
Hold on. You know what? We keep referencing that. We keep referencing that. I would like to read that tweet. Let me find
the Emmett Till tweet.
I was so mad.
No,
at that Betty White shit.
No, here's this is from Emily Porter, MD. She went to medical school. Just a reminder that if Will Smith had slapped Betty White for a joke she made, however insensitive, she easily could have fallen backwards, cracked her skull, and died of a brain bleed. Same with Bob Saget, obviously. Violence is never okay. I am team take it back. How about as I tweeted to this woman, how about you be on team shut the fuck up? Like, yo, get out of here, yo. Yeah, you just relax, yo.
But at this and look, I all that stuff just kind of boils up in you, right?
Yep.
And trust me, I get it. But at the same time, like you are here in this arena where it is a very high likelihood that it is about to be the best day of your professional career. A day that you have been looking forward to for over 20 years. And I understand the love that you have for your wife. I understand, like, I understand having pent up emotion and people making fun of you all the time and just snapping on a dude. I get it. But I don't know, man. I don't know. It's I know it's hard, man. I really do. And I can't say, and like, I'm not even mad at it. I'm not even mad that he went up, that he popped some nigga in the mouth for mouthing off. We say that shit all the time. Sometimes people need to know what it feels like to get punched in the face.
Yeah, it's actually a personal philosophy of mine.
Punch your friends in the face.
Punch your friends in the face, yo. Everybody needs to get punched once.
You need to know what that shit feels like, so that you don't be an asshole growing up. You need to get into a fight at least once in your life, so that you recognize that there are consequences for your actions. I'm not mad at that. I just feel like on stage was the worst possible place you could do it. I was talking to Jay before you came on, TR. I wouldn't even be upset if he yelled out, keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. If he yelled it. I wouldn't even be mad if he walked up on that stage, put a fucking finger into that guy's chest and said, you better keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth or I will slap the taste out your mouth. Chris Rock would have shut the fuck up. He would have.
Yeah.
But and you know what? And he would have gotten the exact same reaction that the pro Will Smith crowd is giving him right now.
Yep.
But I look, it's complicated, man. It's complicated. Because you ask me, like, my wife has insecurities, right? If you make fun of those insecurities, things that she could probably change, right? I'm gonna fuck you up, yo. Because I don't like people messing with my family. And I'm not a violent person, yo. Like, between me and Jay is way more the violent person than I am.
I just want to get to my takes.
But
you guys are both being totally reasonable.
But I'm very much, it doesn't matter who throws the first punch, it matters who throws the last punch.
There you go.
And you got to get me to a really, really high point for me to throw the first punch. Yeah. But yo,
at that time,
and all you people, all you people, hold on one second, and I'll be done. All you people who are like, I would have done this, I would have done that. Yo, no, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. I know for a fact that some of you saying that you would, and you woulda, shoulda, coulda, you didn't. You wouldn't, and you didn't. You wouldn't, and you didn't. But you letting me know about it? Nah, yo. You wouldn't, you didn't. Don't give me all that crap, yo. Like, don't give me that crap of look, protect black women. I agree. I agree. Be next to them. Be by their side. But yo, Jada Pinkett wasn't in danger, yo. She wasn't. It was a poorly crafted joke. And it I don't know, man. I don't know. All right. Go ahead. MRAJ, let's do it.
All right, let's do it.
Real quick, Jay. Before we get to how you condone violence, black.
Let me stretch. Go ahead.
I liken this to let's say you have your favorite team playing in the Super Bowl, and the other team is mouthing off, and they're shit talking everything, and you know your team has been playing so well up until that point. And then they end up getting into a fight with the other team, and then that player gets disqualified, or they get like a massive penalty at the wrong time. This is how I kind of see that.
Right.
So I don't understand how there are people who are so gung ho with that Will Smith did the right thing, and he did nothing wrong. Because I'm seeing that too. I'm like, yeah, but I've seen how some of y'all react when your favorite players hit back, and they're the ones that get flagged, and they end up losing the game, or the game is closer than it needs to be. Like, I see how some of you motherfuckers act when your favorite comic book characters aren't done the way you think they should be. Right. You ready to fucking burn shit down? Come on, man. Like, I don't. All right. Okay, Jay. Why is black on black violence okay? Among two 50-something-year-old black men, and why is this more about black toxic masculinity than defending black womanhood? Go.
Look, I didn't need you to tell everybody what I was going to say. Now, look, one, I am going to start out with their age. Will Smith is 53. Chris Rock is 57. I think both of your takes are...
Chris Rock.
Yeah, he's 57. Yeah. I feel like you blinked out.
Did I? Oh, I was muted.
You getting a little too hyped that Chris Rock is 57. You were like fucking Kevin Hart when he found out Don Cheadle was 50. God damn! Like, damn, bro. Like, relax.
I don't know. I just feel like, I don't know. These celebrities getting older just hasn't like.
I know that because we're getting old. Yo, like the idea that Chris Rock is almost 60 is fucking nuts to me. Like that feels uncomfortable to me.
Yo, I don't like this at all.
No, getting old. I don't recommend it. So they are two men who are in their 50s. Just want to keep that in mind, because I see a lot of these takes talking as if these dudes are in their 20s. They're not. I see a lot, and I think both of your takes are correct. But I'd like to add a little soupçon of my own special bullshit. Look, I'm going to be a little bit meaner. I think the internet is largely full of shit. I think that it is very weird to me to listen to the same crowd champion this guy for doing what he did. And I just like to start out and say, I don't condemn or condone what he would as far as the slap. Like Micah, 100% understand everybody's perspective here. I do. Yep. If my wife had alopecia and we were sitting somewhere, I'm not in the Oscars because I don't have that perspective. That's a weird... People pretending like the Oscars is a thing that they would just be at, and it's like in a... No, that's a weird perspective. Those people have been celebrities for 30 years, dude. Like, you cannot fathom what that is like. Everyone telling you the greatest thing ever. Like, no. That fucks with your head in a different way. But if I'm at work and somebody said some wild-ass joke about my wife and she had alopecia or some other, disorder that is not her fault or anything like that, or even if it was, and they said something that I hardcore disrespected my wife, guess what? We're going to have a fucking conversation about it. If I'm at work, no. After work, yes. That's one of my main issues. I wouldn't have done it on that stage. I do agree with
yes.
Yeah, before school, yeah, absolutely.
Well,
Not in
also,
school.
Also,
don't get yourself suspended.
also,
Don't be
Jay,
dumb. It's your senior year, nigga.
You made a good point. The Oscars are still a work event.
It's a work event.
It's just the biggest work event of the year.
And like you said, the most important night of his career. It was. I think the internet is largely full of shit for a number of reasons that I will list. One, people are, I would have just done. Shut up. No, you wouldn't have. No, you wouldn't have. Shut up. Right? You're trying to compare that position to working at Kenny's Shoes, working with a nigga you don't like saying shit. It's different. It's just different. Right? You ain't on TV. It's just fucking different. Part of the reason why we like Will Smith and Denzel Washington and Samuel L. Jackson and Sidney Poitier and stuff like that, the part of the reason that we respect them so much is that they don't do shit like this.
Yep.
That's the reason, dude, is that they're up front and we respect them for being who they are, but also realizing what the fucking game in the system is. I know that a lot of people would go, well, that's caring about the white gaze. Spoiler alert, not everything a black person says that just because a white person agrees with it means that you're looking through a white gaze. I, as a black person, might not be okay with watching two black men fighting it out on national fucking TV who are in their goddamn 50s. I have a problem with it personally because I think that you could have fucking done that shit somewhere else. You could have smacked the shit out of him off stage. I don't give a fuck. Yep. That's not my issue. Don't do it on television. Just don't do it on fucking TV. And it has nothing to do with white people. You at work, nigga. You at work. Like, deal with that shit when you're not at work. These two guys are rich multi-millionaires. You don't think Chris Rock could have gotten, like, he had a club and Will Smith couldn't have pulled up on him at one of these after parties or some shit? Absolutely he fucking could have. Not on fucking
They all know each other. They like
right. There's only 9 black people in Hollywood anyway. Like, what the fuck? Pull up to him off stage. That's my thing. Not that he slapped him. I don't give a fuck about that. I 100% get it. Another topic. This is what Chris Rock did was toxic masculinity. Okay, I agree with you. What Will Smith did was not considered toxic masculinity because he was defending a black woman. I disagree with you. Being upset and getting fucking pissed just because you fucking agree with it. And guess what? I would have done the same thing Will Smith did. Probably worse. If I'm being honest, probably worse. But it is a form of toxic masculinity. Just because you fucking agree with it doesn't mean that it suddenly isn't. Shitting on a woman for having short hair, and I'm going to get back to the hair thing because like there's some very weird takes that I have thoughts on. Shitting on a woman because of her hair length is a form of toxic masculinity. It is. Getting pissed and not resolving the situation with words, but resolving it with your hands at 53 years old is a form of toxic masculinity. Spoiler alert, what he did was also fucking performative. It was performative. It was. It wasn't just for his wife, dude. It wasn't. I'm sorry, it wasn't. All this like, he went up there to defend his wife. Yeah, he did. But he also walked up there on national TV. Will Smith isn't out of his mind, dude. He's not out of his mind. He can be a little weird sometimes, but he's not out of his mind. He's not. It's a bit performative. Again, not mad at it. Not even saying I disagree with it. I'm just saying it's a bit performative. It is. Because you could have done the same shit. Because if it's just for your wife, you could have done the same shit off stage. But you did it in front of a national audience. That's performative. So the toxic masculinity thing, I really get pissed off because the same crowd that makes the argument that we need to end this notion of toxic masculinity, we need to stop this, solve our problems with our words. You're the same motherfuckers cheering this shit on. You're the same people cheering it on. That's my problem. Like, it's not that he did it. It is a toxic thing. And like I'm saying, I'm not standing there on a high horse. I would have done the same shit. Maybe not on television, but I would have done the same shit. But not solving the shit with a conversation between you and a 57-year-old man, that is toxic masculinity. And for people to be like, this is awesome, blah, 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 blah. Look, I'm happy to tell you, I retweeted some of the memes. They were funny. But it is a form of toxic masculinity. And to pretend that it isn't is bullshit. It's bullshit. I saw someone say, well, what he did was toxic masculinity by slapping Chris Rock. And somebody else was like, well, you didn't mention that what Chris Rock said isn't toxic masculinity. They both are. You're both wrong. They both are fucking forms of it, dude. So to the hair point, where people are like, well, he made this documentary about, about black women's hair. Yeah, he did. Okay. And he made a point making a joke about a woman having short hair. Okay. Here's the thing. Black women, not just black women, but all women in this case, right? I'm not trying to all lives matter it, but all women deal with the issue of short hair versus long hair, and long hair is considered a form of femininity. It is, right? Like a lot, I'm sure TR, you probably have seen that too. Like guys are like, oh, a woman with short hair, looks like a dude, right? Guys say shit like that all the time, right? That the hair length is very much tied to how people see femininity, right? By Chris Rock saying that, it is a fucked up thing to say because it is a very real issue for women. There is, like, you ever seen a woman rocking a bald head after having chemo? That is a fucking empowering, powerful fucking statement that they won't wear a wig. That's how much that shit matters in society. It's not just a black woman issue. It is a all women's issue, right? And that's, again, I'm not trying to all lives matter it, but it is a women's issue, period. And should he have been aware of that? Yeah, he should have been aware of that. You say wild shit, sometimes somebody's gonna get pissed and smack you across the face. Again, I'm not condoning what Will Smith did, but I'm not condoning it, and I'm not condemning it either because I understand it. But I need people on the internet to stop talking out of both sides of your fucking neck. Stop talking about how you want to end toxic masculinity, but then cheer on when a nigga smacks another dude. Okay? I see black women celebrities saying, whoa, it made me feel so good to see this. Really? Cool. So what is the lesson that you're teaching young men? Young men. And I'm not talking about women. I'm talking about all of the internet. What is the lesson that you're teaching young men? That if you're in a relationship and you get pissed, you think your girl's being disrespected, just go punch or smack niggas in the face. Right? That's what we're cool with now. Because it was a cool meme moment. But that shit carries on to other people, man. It does. I'm not saying the world should have come out and said Will Smith is the worst person ever, right? That's what white people are doing on the internet, which is fucking stupid. I'm not saying
get the fuck out of here.
He could have killed Betty White or some of the fucking bullshit. He needs to be arrested. I'm not saying any of that. Again, not
black man could have killed him.
Right. I'm not condoning or condemning any of it for as far as the slap goes. What I am saying is keep that same fucking energy. And that's what I've seen on the internet is people just talking a bunch of bullshit out of both sides of their mouths. Like, it's ridiculous. Oh, I would have done this. Really? Well, you sure? You sure? I don't think you would have. Like, oh, it's toxic masculinity one way, but you want to talk about how it's toxic the other way. Or vice versa. Pick a side or I don't know. My favorite fucking word, I should get it fucking tattooed on my forehead. Nuance, dude. Nuance. None of this shit is simple. I wish he hadn't fucking done it on national television. It's not because of white people. I don't care if everyone in the fucking crowd was black and everyone at home was black. I don't care. I still wish he hadn't done it then. And look, here's the thing. I told Micah this that I wasn't going to say it on the show, but you know what? Fuck it. Why did I just get myself in trouble? Frankly, the reason why I feel this way, I'm not going to tell you why anybody else feels this way. Will Smith, Denzel, Samuel L. Jackson, all of these guys, all these big fucking names, right? And black women too. Will Smith sitting right next to Lupita Nyong'o, another Oscar winner, right? They're supposed to be, they are a part of us. They are a representative of us. They are out front. They are out front. America doesn't see us. America sees them. And that's not just white people. That's other black Americans see them. They do. What is Will Smith being honored for, yo? He is representing someone that most people didn't know. He is playing a character, or he is playing a representation of Richard Williams.
We're not even talking about that. That's the thing.
Right.
It's like, and it overshadowed that moment.
Right. It should have been like the biggest night of his life. Yo, you listen to any episode of TMP that we have done in the last number of months once the nomination came out. We were rooting for him to win that. And what the fuck are we talking about right now? We should have been talking about how awesome his fucking speech was. Instead of him putting out a message being like, violence isn't, the answer is poisonous, yada, yada, yada. I get it, man. But you are out front. And in that moment, like Micah said, it's the most important night of your life. You gotta hold it back just for fucking 5 minutes. 5 minutes. And then you could have gone up there and made a speech and be like, you know what, Chris, like, that joke was fucked up. My wife has, alopecia, as she said, and it's a really fucked up thing. And we need to protect black women. And we need to not treat them like that. And we need to not attack people who have disorders. I don't know if you knew that she did, but I'm telling you that she did. And we need to bring awareness to it. You know what? Every fucking black woman would have been like, you know what? That's a proper fucking defense of black women. Just using violence isn't a defense. It's not a defense because, frankly, that's more about his ego than it is about hers.
Yep.
So feel free, send your fucking hate mails or whatever that I care about white people's gays or whatever. No, I give a fuck about how I look and how we look to each other, to how we look at each other. I respect Will Smith, man. Will Smith is a dude from West Philly that has made it all the way from the bottom, all the way to the fucking top. If you think what I said is offensive or it didn't jive with what you said, listen to what the fuck Denzel said, right? Denzel said, be careful. In your highest moment, the devil will come for you. And in this case, it was yourself.
Yep.
I'm adding that last part. But that's what he's referencing, right? Like, you don't know if it's somebody else or it's your own internal demons. So it's not about white people's gays. It's not about any of that shit. It's about you. It's about you, what you did. Because after all the memes and after everybody fucking settles down on all of that shit, at the end of the day, he's got to sit there with himself. And got to hold that fucking Oscar. He's got to hold that Oscar and remember that forever, that shit that he did is tied to that. Instead of that performance by itself. Because that performance deserved it. And people are like, oh, consequences, you say shit, consequences, that just shit that happens. Cool, no problem. Agree with you. But then when it came out reports that maybe the Academy might take his Oscar, they don't want those consequences. You want all of the one side shit. You don't get both. You don't get to do that. If consequences for your actions are a thing you're totally fine with, him slapping Chris Rock, again, not condoning it or condemning it, then you got to be okay with him paying the consequences coming the other way.
Yep.
Just saying.
He didn't look proud about what he did. Like when he went on stage, he didn't look like he was smug about it. He looked like someone who was like, "Did I fuck this up?" That's how he looked to me. He
lost himself in his emotions, and I get it. I get it.
And also, I
tried to kill a nigga damn near in high school for cutting my mom off and saying some wild shit. I get it. Sometimes you black the fuck out and you do some shit. And you're like, "Oh, shouldn't have done that." So I get it. That's why I'm not condemning him. You will never hear me say Will Smith is the worst and he's just fucking stupid or whatever. No, I get it.
He had a moment. It just happened to be at the worst moment, but it was a moment.
Right. But you don't cheer the shit on. You don't cheer it on, man. You don't cheer it on.
And also if we're thinking about anyone worried about looking a certain way in front of anybody, shouldn't it be Venus and Serena and their family who were there, right, and had to watch that? Will Smith apologized today. He put up on Instagram. People can go watch it, but he apologizes to the Williams family for that outburst. So I saw a joke that said the Williams sisters can't go to an award show without somebody acting out, referencing Jane Campion last week and then Will Smith this week.
Yeah, they're like, yo, leave us alone, yo. Can we just play tennis? Just leave us alone. So you're right. I'm disappointed I'm not disappointed in Will. I get Will's situation. I'm not disappointed in Chris Rock either. It's a joke. It's a hacky joke, but it's a joke. Whatever. He didn't know about the alopecia thing. I personally, I know people like to pretend like it's really easy to remove all context and nuance when you're trying to make a point on the internet. I get it. Too. Yeah, like I fucking get it. But like, let's not pretend like the dude knew. Like if he knew she had alopecia and was just like, I'm just gonna go in on this shit. All right, then you got it. But like, come on, man. If he didn't know,
but also,
like, he's just looking at it like, oh, it's a hairstyle choice. Now, again, look back at what I said about all the hair shit. It does matter. But I'm saying, like, there's a very big difference between making fun of somebody's hairstyle choice and somebody who has a fucking autoimmune disorder. Those are two wildly different things. You gotta have some nuance, man.
Crap, I forgot what I was going to say. Never mind. What are you going to say, Micah?
just want to say shout out to Questlove, who had to
Right.
again directed a documentary that I'm looking forward to watching.
It's great.
And won an Oscar for it. And
What's
he
the
had to follow that nonsense.
Summer of Soul.
Oh, okay.
And he had to
okay, I
follow
heard
that,
that.
man. Like, god damn, yo. Like,
Oh,
Hey, everybody.
he gave an impassioned speech, man. Like, he was so proud, and like he referenced his father who passed away, and it like
everything you're saying, Micah, is news to me.
Yeah.
see, like
they robbed Coda.
that, man.
Yeah.
Right, they robbed Coda. Like, here's a movie that won Best Picture about deaf people. Like, that should have been their moment too, but it's robbed over bullshit. Over bullshit.
Also, I want to say, like, it is okay to be disappointed in both Will and Chris.
Yes,
because
both of them.
I've seen like one thing that's actually been refreshing is seeing the people who have been consistent in saying, like, by people I mean black people who have said, like, I don't believe in like solving things with violence. Those people were still being consistent yesterday, and they were getting flamed by people who were like, no, he was right. Da 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 da. You should protect your person like this. And like I've seen black women say, I don't want a man to protect me like that.
Yeah, yo, like that's a thing. I don't understand why people think that's like. I get that it sounds cool, like, oh, it's like a tough guy or whatever. Like, you just want to, like, you just again,
real life.
Like, nah, yo, again, that's a movie bullshit. Like, you want your boyfriend or your husband, like, every time he thinks you're getting disrespected, to just start like smacking waiters and shit. Like, you want to live in that world
and catch the wrong one? No, just it's all right.
Again, that is about his ego, yo. That's not about protecting you. That's about his.
You know who we're not really talking about too much.
Jada Pinkett Smith.
Jada.
Yep.
Like the person who is the butt of this whack ass joke. The person who actually has alopecia. Like, I've seen a couple of articles on the internet, and people are like, you know, hey, by the way, let's talk about what alopecia is, because like I mean, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Just look, everything can be right. Look, multiple things can be right and wrong at the same time. Like, I know that doesn't make sense. But like, the world is complicated.
It makes sense if you believe in nuance, Micah.
This isn't Team Iron Man, Team Cap, yo.
Even that had nuance to it.
Even that had nuance to it, right? Even that was like, well, I mean, I can kind of see where.
Yo, he killed my mom, yo.
But Bucky was being brainwashed, so Tony can say
nah, yo, somebody got to pay, yo. Somebody got to answer for that shit.
But the point is that we're debating it because there are arguments on both sides. Okay.
All right, I think that's
I'm gonna really fuck y'all up. I'm gonna really fuck people up. Iron Man is the Will Smith in that analogy.
Yeah, he kind of is.
He is.
He kind of is.
And how much you want to bet all these fucking Team Will people are Team Cap people?
Yeah, you kind of missed that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, fucking idiots.
I'm definitely Team Cap.
You Team Cap for a different reason, yo. Get out of here. I bet you really love that Lightyear promo. That deaf actor won his Best Supporting Actor award, and then here comes Captain America. Wow, congratulations on your award. Now here's a preview for my new movie Lightyear. Like,
wait,
this is odd as shit.
Chris Evans I didn't watch the Oscars. Was Chris Evans there?
See, look. We talking about two black men. All the first intro she got is was Chris Evans still there? Nah, yo, bro,
White man.
Were there any Korean boys there? Were there any Korean men there?
Actually, yes.
BTS will be at the Grammys.
BTS was there. BTS did a at least I think it was them.
BTS was there? No, they weren't. They weren't.
Because let me finish, yo. Let me finish. They did like a pre-recorded skit. And they were talking about different movies. Just like Chris Evans did a pre-recorded skit. Congratulations on your Best Actor award. Congratulations on your award. Here's Lightyear, right? Like, it was a pre-recorded bit, and it was 9. I'm guessing it was BTS because it was like 9 or 10 Korean boys.
I was going to ask you, was it BTS or are you being racist?
Look, I'm not being racist. I don't know. It was 9 or 10 Korean boys, and I didn't see any of them.
7 members. There's 7 members in BTS.
Close enough,
yo. I'm not counting Koreans, yo. Like I'm not doing that.
There's the quote for the episode. Yo, I'm not counting Koreans.
Oh my God.
Good night.
So
good night. Good night.
To the
Good
Korean,
night.
To the Koreans who listen to this, I am so sorry for Micah's behavior.
Yo, I'm not.
Jesus Christ.
That's a wild statement. That's a wild statement. All right,
y'all are wild.
Yeah, all right. That is the end of the episode, the special episode. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I expect massive backlash, which is always fun. But yeah, I don't know, man. Just sprinkle some nuance on shit. Like, you might like the taste. It's kind of important.
Or just keep the same energy next time. That's it. Because I took a lot of notes. I was looking at people's accounts. I was like, oh yeah. I was like, you're someone who moves the goalposts a lot. I can't wait till something else like this happens, and you're gonna be completely like on the opposite side.
Look. I'm gonna leave this, and I'm gonna end the episode. We're not even gonna debate it. I just want people to think about it. For all the people who were defending, I'm not talking about the people who are anti. I'm talking about the people defending. All the people defending Will Smith's actions here, and if you are a part of that group and also defenders of Dave Chappelle, because I believe there are probably a lot of them, I just want to know if you're cool with a white trans woman slapping Dave Chappelle on TV. That's all. I just want to know. All right. Good night, everybody. We'll see you guys for our episode on The Master. Later. You're watching the Black on Black Cinema YouTube channel. Make sure you check out our full reviews of Black movies, past and present. And every other week, we do a preview episode where we talk about a random topic that affects the Black community.